Welcome back to Kin Bentley in line. I've really messed up the numbering as I've gone along, but this is apparently part 34. I might just drop the part numbers, but anyway, we'll see. Here we've got a whole new series of drawings I've uncovered, and I've just laid 3 out just to give you a feeling of what it's like to have an exhibition really of these works. So because they all work together, and so I think if anyone was ever interested in purchasing these things, they would want to get a whole series because they kind of group together. So this is just as I had them laid out, you know, they certainly look nice together. These are all just incidental shots. I think that chap, we're still in the army in Kimberley. This would have been still quite early on when I was part of the intelligence training course, from which I was later removed, fortunately. So that guy looks like he's ironing, bottom right there. And here's just 2 other oaks chatting. And here the inevitable sitting around in a bungalow. One guy on the right with his beret on. But again, I just want to emphasize that framed and mounted and everything, these things could look really nice. So we'll just pursue them again like previously, individually. I remember this, we moved out of that big bungalow with 100 people into one that was divided down the middle with a wall, and it was maybe 30 people in total or 40. And so there was a TV set kind of strategically placed so that both sides of the wall could view it. And here you had these people who perched themselves on that wall. And I think you got a couple here lying. It was quite odd. They sat on these little sort of shelves that have been put there, I think, to put some of your kit. And that's his master's voice, the SABC, which did a great job at indoctrinating people, much like the BBC, CNN, etc. are doing currently with a certain virus. One of my many colleagues on this course, can't really place this guy as he comes into focus, but yeah, this is quite a complete drawing really. This was probably a worker, African chap, maybe recruited to work at the base. They seem to think that because you were an employee, you would be a loyal servant of the apartheid army, but I doubt whether any of those people felt loyal to their masters, you know. There seemed to be more of the same. Maybe I was at a place where there were laborers. I've really done some quick sketches of guys pushing wheelbarrows. It's amazing I can't remember these at all, but clearly they were done at the same time. Yeah, it's got more of the same. Again, these would all look interesting in a group mounted and framed jointly. I can just extricate it. So, just going to show this one while it's here. Yeah, they were definitely, things are inextricably almost linked. So there was definitely a group of laborers here. And here we've got foreman pissing. So maybe there was a guy who came into the bungalow and used our communal urinal. Terrible things. Wish that chap would come into focus. He looks quite interesting. Yeah, sometimes these cameras defy you. So we go from those bold lines to some very light pencil drawings. Again, the inevitable dozy soldier trainee catching a few Zs. And another. This is the most what a surly looking fellow. Yeah, so as I say, you could arrange at least half a dozen of these as a display in a home or something, and it's, to my mind, it's every bit as decorative, as interesting as any painting. Plus, these things are one-off and a record in time, much like a photograph, I guess. So here, this is going to be even trickier because we've got a writing pad, white bank. So I didn't do much writing home, but I converted this writing pad into a sketch pad. But it is terribly transparent, translucent. So this, using felt tip pen, they shine right through. That's all I had to hand at the time, I guess. So I'm just going to flip through some of these, this is just a snooker, another snooker player. Sometimes they just don't work. And here's a bit of fun. I can just get my paper underneath. So that was from life, clearly. And again, these would all go well together, the completed drawings. I mean, this to me is a completed drawing because I've got a face there that you won't ever capture again. Distorted, interesting mouth, beret, sort of like a big wodge on his head. And two big lads Yeah, powerful images in their own right, I guess. Sorry about this delay, but one wants to get to see these things properly. What a nose, eh? Sure. So this is what African people, when they saw the first Europeans, must have wondered at. These people with these long protruding noses in this hot African sun. And I think we got another guy ironing at the same spot as I did that watercolor a few sessions back. And there's a little face down below. So clearly from where I was sitting or lying, I could see this ironing board, communal sort of set up there. And then I concluded with spelling develop with an E on the end, which was wrong. Yeah, who knows? Was thinking about art at the time. Clearly it was an issue that I would want to pursue. But let me leave it at that for now. Cheers.